How y'all doing this afternoon here on the Eastern Time Zone, South Central Michigan, enjoying the winter weather? Something I've learned in the short time that I've been on YouTube is that there's a lot of fear mongers. And there's a lot of people that, for whatever reasons, I don't know, they don't have a different opinion, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they buy into it. And when I talk about fear mongers on here, I'm talking about going back to 2008. So, and some of this stuff, some of these folks, we're talking about for 5 years, they have talked about the coming collapse, uh, checking out of the matrix, not being a slave to work, bills, whatever. Their videos tend to cycle through. And when I say that, I mean, they'll go on the don't be a slave, you know, cut your expenses, the economy's crashing, it's coming soon. And, after a few weeks of doing one of those, then they'll go to the other, and then every now and then they'll pop up with some positive stuff, and, everything's great. But they just keep cycling it through. And I guess the part that gets me is that, that you got to check out of the matrix, don't be part of the system. But yet, you know, they take money for AdSense. They ask for donations. Some of them sell products for other companies in their videos. Uh, some of them, I don't know. They're doing things to get money from the system, from the matrix, but they don't want to be part of the matrix. And I just don't get how it's not that, why it's so hard to see that. I mean, if you want out of the matrix, get out. Okay, maybe, you know, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, wives, whatever, don't agree with what you're saying. Well, that should give you a hint. When your own family doesn't get what you're doing. Because the odds are they probably think like me, you're doing it for the money, which is part of the system, part of the matrix. Yeah. And so basically they think you're full of BS, which is pretty much what I think. I don't get it, you know? Why sit on here and talk about checking out of the matrix and then talk about, in one case, you know, building bug out bumpers to sell? Well, if you're selling them, ain't that being part of the matrix? Once again, you're back in the system. So I just don't get it. Tell me why you can't see the contradictions in that. Please. I want to learn a little bit here. Maybe I'm missing something. But, if you talk about how something's bad, okay, then you probably ought to stay away from it. To me, it's like the good Southern Baptists back in the day. They were against dancing. They were against drinking, but they do it. Better example. One time I was helping run a family-owned convenience store. We had a guy who sold us our phone cards. And the owner of the company came in one day down in Louisiana there. And, it was all praise the Lord and, you know, you know, religion this, religion that. And I was, I'm Catholic, but I'm not fanatical. I was glad when he left, to be honest. And then that night I went down to a small bar to play pool, drink a few beers. And who was in there throwing down shots, drinking beer? He's a married man. Had 2 young girls hanging all over him that he's buying drinks for. And right away, I was able to sit there and see that his lines from the morning were bullshit. So I watched him for a while, and eventually I went up to him and said, "Hey, man, how's it going?" Oh, Lord. All of a sudden it was all apologies, and he was sorry that I'd seen him that way, and, he was misbehaving, and the devil made him do it, and all that bullshit. And I looked at him, smiled, and said, "It doesn't matter to me. It's your life. But don't come talk to me about it anymore." Now, that's how I see all this. Okay? If you're going to do the talk, walk the walk. Get rid of AdSense. Don't ask for donations. Nut up. Male, female. Nut up means the same thing. Okay? Do it on your own. Don't expect the system to take care of you or other people to donate to you or AdSense to pay you, because you are part of the matrix then. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy the game tonight.